Welcome, viewers. Today we dive into the dark abyss, uncovering a silent global war. Midnight. A giant oil tanker is violently torn apart by a sudden, devastating underwater blast. No missiles struck from the sky, no fighter jets were seen. The global energy lifeline was paralyzed. While the world looks up, a ruthless game of hide-and-seek unfolds within the crushing ocean depths below. Let us rewind time to uncover this chilling truth, where one mistake brings instant, watery death. The massive 300-meter vessel sailed in peace, carrying millions of barrels of black, crude gold. Suddenly, the dark waters of the Gulf of Oman erupted into a massive pillar of bright fire. Thick, black smoke choked the night sky immediately, as molten steel rained down upon the dark ocean waves. Radar screens remained completely empty and silent. There was no incoming aerial threat to be found. The brutal strike came from right beneath the waterline, a flawless hit designed to break the giant ship. Massive flames engulfed the upper deck in mere seconds, trapping the helpless crew in a burning nightmare. Toxic oil poured heavily into the dark ocean water, creating a deadly slick that reflected the fire. This single explosion instantly disrupted the crucial flow of energy across the entire world. A phantom attacker had struck without any warning, turning the peaceful shipping lane into a graveyard. It was an invisible bite from the deep ocean, reminding humanity of its extreme vulnerability. Rescue helicopters arrived much too late to help, hovering helplessly above the glowing, burning wreckage. The global markets panicked within a few minutes, as oil prices skyrocketed to unprecedented heights. Military analysts stared blankly at their screens, desperately searching for a target that simply did not exist. There was no signature, no electronic whisper, only the devastating aftermath of a perfect stealth kill. Naval commanders quickly realized the terrifying truth. The ocean depths were hiding a highly lethal enemy. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow and crowded passage, had become a highly dangerous trap for massive ships. Who could execute a precise strike without leaving a single trace behind in the murky ocean waters? To find the answer, we must leave the burning surface and dive deep into the secret history of naval war. A silent arms race had been unfolding for decades, hidden away from the prying eyes of the general public. The true masters of the sea are not the loud aircraft carriers, but the invisible ghosts lurking far below. Years ago, far away in the Mediterranean Sea, Israel received a massive strategic upgrade. Germany delivered the highly advanced Dolphin-class submarines, colossal machines designed for supreme stealth. Covered in acoustic rubber tiles, these black leviathans absorb active sonar waves, remaining unseen. Inside the control room, the stern Israeli commander watches the glowing tactical displays with absolute discipline. These submarines are not merely for coastal defense. They represent Israel's ultimate second strike capability. If the nation ever faces total destruction, these ghosts will rise to launch a devastating nuclear retaliation. Their cruise missiles are widely believed to carry nuclear warheads, turning them into floating apocalypse triggers. Gliding silently through the deep Mediterranean abyss, they project a formidable aura of unstoppable power. Every sailor on board moves with quiet precision, knowing that their mission secures the survival of their homeland. Their highly classified patrols can last for months at a time, hidden beneath miles of crushing water pressure. To ensure absolute stealth, the Dolphin-class utilizes an air-independent propulsion system to remain hidden. Unlike older submarines, they rarely need to surface, making them the ultimate deep ocean predators. But this huge tech advantage is completely useless if the battlefield suddenly changes from deep to shallow waters. In the narrow, noisy environment of the Persian Gulf, these giant leviathans would be very easily trapped. Large submarines cannot hide well in shallow waters filled with shifting sandbanks and deadly sharp coral reefs. The rules of naval warfare had to evolve immediately. A new sea monster was born for this rough terrain. If you led a rich navy facing a swarm of cheap enemies, how would you protect your giant ships today? According to modern military doctrine, asymmetric war easily levels the entire playing field. While superpowers spent billions on advanced tech, their rivals focused on exploiting geographic flaws. The strategy is simple but brilliant. Use the chaotic and noisy environment of the sea to blind the giant. Submarines rely entirely on sound to see clearly. In a quiet, deep ocean, a stealth sub is the undisputed king. But in a narrow channel filled with heavy cargo ships, the water becomes a chaotic symphony of noise. The loud roar of merchant propellers easily drowns out the faint mechanical hum of hidden predators. This sound camouflage turns the busy shipping lane into the perfect ambush location for a patient hunter. History shows that during the Tanker War, similar tactics severely disrupted the world's oil supply. It became clear that whoever controlled the choke points controlled the lifeblood of global industry today. For Israel, the Dolphin-class secures the horizon, keeping a silent vigil in the deep blue waters. But their rivals chose a very different path, adapting well to the brutal reality of their own shores. They did not need nuclear missiles to project massive terror across the fragile global economy. They only needed enough firepower to sink one giant ship in the right place at the perfect, deadly time. We now travel to the present day, entering the extremely hot and shallow waters of the Persian Gulf. Here, Iran deployed its ultimate asymmetric weapon, a large fleet of miniature Ghadir submarines. These tiny vessels are much smaller than the Dolphin, heavily rusted and covered in thick green sea algae. They are not built for long oceanic patrols or deterrence. They are built exclusively for close-range combat. Inside the midget submarine, the air is brutally cramped, intensely hot, and filled with the smell of dark oil. The Iranian commander wipes sweat from his bearded face, his intense eyes glued to the vintage sonar screen. Green light from outdated digital displays casts dark shadows across his determined, weather-beaten facial features. His crew works tirelessly in the tight space, muscles straining as they load massive brass torpedoes by hand. Their strategy relies on absolute patience. They sink to the muddy bottom and simply turn off their loud engines. Lying motionless among the sharp rocks, they become invisible to advanced active sonar systems above. They listen to the heavy thumping of giant propellers passing just a few meters above their heads today. This is a terrifying game of aquatic Russian roulette, where the hunter could easily be crushed. Unlike the sophisticated cruise missiles of the Dolphin, the Ghadir-class employs a far more primitive weapon. They lay devastating invisible minefields, creating floating zones of absolute destruction in the narrow strait. A modern supertanker, despite its massive size, has absolutely no defense against a hidden mine blast. The damage is catastrophic, instantly ripping open the thick steel hull like a piece of flimsy, cheap paper. These midget subs represent the ultimate asymmetrical threat, destroying billions of dollars of naval tech. If spotted, a Ghadir sub has very little chance of surviving a direct hit from modern destroyers. They possess no advanced anti-missile systems, relying purely on the muddy water to shield them from certain death. This intense mission demands a special sailor, one completely willing to embrace a probable watery grave. The claustrophobia alone is enough to break most men, trapped by creaking rusted metal in the pitch black. Every noise echoing through the steel hull could be the final warning before a fatal torpedo strike. Yet they maintain their silent vigil, knowing that a single good ambush easily changes the course of war. As hours turn into agonizing days, the exhausted crew survives on minimal rations and dwindling air. They must remain perfectly still. Flushing a toilet or dropping a tool could easily alert an enemy ship. The psychological pressure is immense, testing the limits of human endurance in this harsh, dark ocean. This silent cat-and-mouse game transforms the Persian Gulf into the most heavily armed choke point on planet Earth. The tension constantly simmers below the boiling point, threatening to erupt into a massive global war. While politicians debate on screen, these brave sailors sit in the dark with their fingers resting on the trigger. If the order to attack is given, the destruction will be incredibly swift and absolutely merciless. Could any modern military truly defend thousands of ships against a completely invisible enemy? The truth is that the ocean is far too vast, and completely protecting every single ship is impossible. Even advanced aircraft carrier groups become extremely vulnerable targets in these restricted waters. The tactical advantage shifts when a cheap hidden mine can easily cripple a billion-dollar warship. This realization forces military strategists to constantly rethink their entire naval combat approach. Stepping back from the wreckage, we view the geopolitical landscape upon the global tactical sand table. The devastating tanker explosion was not meant to start a war. It was a carefully calculated warning. It demonstrated that the flow of global energy exists entirely at the absolute mercy of the unseen. While Israel relies on tech supremacy for deterrence, Iran utilizes geographical mastery for defense. Both nations operate in the dark, silently calculating their deadly moves on the global oceanic chessboard. The advanced Dolphin submarine remains a terrifying phantom of nuclear destruction and national survival. Meanwhile, the tiny Ghadir proves that extreme tech superiority can be easily defeated by simple stealth. As sea trade continues, merchant sailors remain blissfully unaware of the deadly, silent predators below. This invisible arms race guarantees that the deep ocean will always remain the most dangerous battlefield. The ghosts of the deep are always watching, patiently waiting for the deadly moment to strike once again. A single rusted torpedo easily shatters the illusion of safety on the open ocean waves. Naval commanders must realize that extreme firepower cannot always defeat perfect stealth in the sea. We are witnessing a dark shift in modern maritime warfare across these strategic naval points. Giant aircraft carriers project huge power, but they remain highly vulnerable from below. The global economy desperately depends on the safe passage of these massive commercial oil ships. A single hidden explosive charge can easily trigger a massive international energy crisis today. While the powerful Israeli Dolphin submarines guard the deep abyss with their nuclear missiles, the tiny Iranian Ghadir subs dominate the shallow, crowded choke points of the Persian Gulf. This brutal contrast highlights the core philosophy of dangerous, modern, asymmetric warfare tactics. You do not need the biggest weapon to win the war. You only need to strike the weakest point. The ocean floor continues to hide countless secrets, becoming a graveyard for careless sailors. As long as massive ships carry oil, these tiny metallic predators will patiently hunt them down. The world remains completely blind to the silent struggle happening miles below the ocean waves. The true masters of the sea do not sail above the water. They lurk in absolute darkness. Submarine warfare will dictate the ultimate fate of our modern global human civilization. The balance of global power now rests on a razor's edge, deep within the silent, crushing abyss. As technology grows, this deadly underwater chess match will become much more intense. Today, these quiet killers prove a tiny hidden force can easily hold the world economy hostage. Does this hidden war make aircraft carriers obsolete? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing, epic content.